black market beauty products. They can be making you sick.
They found things like horse urine in the product.
What you need to know to protect yourself.
And Real Housewife Teresa Giudice on divorce rumors.
What are you going to tell Joe when he comes home?
Plus,
The 10 most popular diets in the world.
I lost 19 pounds, 22 pounds, 45 pounds.
Which diet works best? It is the Great Diet Showdown.
Are you ready to save some lives today? I love you, Dr. Oz.
Today we're uncovering a health scam that has both doctors and law enforcement taking action. In one of our show's biggest investigations, we exposed the underground world of counterfeit health and beauty products. And what we found was alarming.
We're going to pull out one of the items, which is clearly a high-end perfume. Remember, this box came from China, but yet the labeling indicates that it was made in France.
I was outraged at how easy it is for scammers to dupe you into buying fraudulent products. And we didn't realize we had just scratched the surface of a much bigger problem. So today we are teaming up with one of the biggest women's digital media companies in the world, Refinery 29, to dive deeper into this investigation with an undercover sting that's going to shock you. We're exposing the ugly truth behind black market beauty products. They could be making you sick.
This winter, I got a tip that made my jaw drop. Card tables on the street in downtown Los Angeles lined with just released, in-demand beauty products at a fraction of the retail price. Things that had just hit stores. And even to the beauty editor, they looked totally authentic. So what's the deal? I headed downtown to see for myself. The prices in Santiali are astounding. It appears that MAC lipstick is going for $2, Urban Decay palettes for $15 instead of $50. So what's the catch?
So you have every brand that everyone wants. You have Too Faced, MAC, Kylie. Like how much, for example, is a Kylie lip kit here?
It's $6.
$6.
Yeah.
And then how do you sell them for so much less than you would find them like on Kylie's website, for example?
Well, not lying, everything's from China.
How do you get it? Where do you order it
Online.
from?
I think everything's come from the same wear, same thing.
So you think a lot of the stuff that you're buying from China is replica, or they're just the same stuff?
It's just the same stuff. That's what I think. Because
Okay.
I use it, I see the original, I see the fake. And I really don't see a lot of things that are different. You just save more money.
Yeah.
According to sellers, this is the secret to getting cult products at rock-bottom prices. But are they really the same? To find out just how easy it is to get the goods in bulk, we sent an undercover reporter into a cosmetics market in Guangzhou, a major manufacturing hub in China. Turns out, it's as easy as walking into the right store, which was the first one we tried.
This I have stock.
Maybe, can I see?
You need it for person of business.
Well, first I have to see the quality.
Quality similar to MAC.
You can ship to the US?
Yes.
Do you know what they make it with? Like, is it animal fat or, is it just like the real? Same product, same ingredients?
A little different.
A little bit different?
They can't be the same as original one. In China here, famous for copy.
Yeah.
We can make all the same as original one. But many customers love it.
Actually, what's inside is very different. The FBI reports that counterfeit cosmetics have been found to contain dangerous levels of bacteria, and reported reactions include acne, psoriasis, serious skin rashes, and eye infections. What's more, these reactions can take days to show up, which means the counterfeit products don't always get the blame they deserve.
Joining me now is senior beauty editor at Refinery 29, Lexy Lebsack. So what surprised you, this is great investigation, what surprised you the most about what the people who are selling the products were saying about its safety?
Yes. There were so many things that shocked me during this investigation, but when it comes to the sellers and the buyers that are selling and buying downtown and all over the place, I think the biggest thing is just a lack of awareness about how dangerous these products are.
And where are these products being sold?
Well, they're being sold just about everywhere. If you want to find a fake product, you definitely can. So there's sort of twofold. On one side, you have them online, which is the majority of the fake products. And then you also have the other side of this, which is you can buy them in the flesh. You can buy them at kiosks at the mall. You can buy them at flea markets. And also a lot of this, which was on card tables in alleys, in Chinatown, and in Santee Alley in Los Angeles, is really starting to spill over. And you're starting to see card tables on just the street full of these products.
So when I first started watching this story, I assumed that you could tell, and people sort of knew what they were getting into. So let's just explain to everybody. I'm gonna figure out how easy it is to be duped into thinking that you got the real product. I mean, a bargain basement value, price rather, for a product that has great value. So you brought me products. I don't know which is real, which is not.
Okay.
Can you all look at these, by the way, together? Right? And again, these are some of the fake ones that Lexy picked up in the investigation.
Yes.
Personally, I'm looking at these, I can't really tell the difference.
Yes.
Maybe you all can, but at least for the untrained male eye, you can't.
Well, actually, for the untrained eye, you can't. And also, we have found fakes that were so good, even the brands had a hard time recognizing whether they were fake or not. It's really wild. So on one side, you see these guys are the real ones here. And we see, for example, with the Urban Decay Naked palette, here is the real one and here is the fake one. So when you open it up, you'll be able to tell a little bit better. But we've sort of seen these fakes really run the gamut. So on one side of it, you have it really, really bad fakes that are just very obvious. They look, they look bad. We've even seen misspellings on some of the fake products.
That's not this. This looks very similar.
It looks very, very similar.
Palette colors are similar.
Yeah, so you have to think about the counterfeiters are making a lot of money selling these fake products. And for them, the most important thing is just nailing the packaging and nailing what it looks like. So short of misspellings and all of that weird stuff you see on the bad ones, even the really, really sophisticated fakes, you can tell.
Smell?
Well, the smell is one thing that we've noticed in a lot of different ones. But basically, see, for example, this one. It looks almost nearly identical.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean,
get a shot of that?
Even as someone who covers beauty and has written about beauty for many years, it's difficult for me to kind of identify which. But again, the color, when you get down to it, you have to think about the counterfeiters only care about the packaging. They only care about what's on the outside. So when you actually play with a lot of these products, you'll very quickly realize that the finish, the color, and the texture is nothing like what you actually want to be buying. But again, most of us, when we're shopping for makeup, aren't ripping open the packages and kind of diving in and swatching them. And so it makes it very, very, very difficult to tell what's real and what's fake.
Except for the fact that these can cause health problems, which is why
a lot
I'm
of health
focused on
problems.
these.
Basically, what you're putting on your skin can affect you in a myriad of different ways.
We're going to cover that when the investigation continues. You're about to see Lexy go undercover in a sting operation to stop a scammer in his tracks. Lots of action there. Plus, what you need to know to protect yourself from buying fake beauty products that can be making you sick. We're going to show you.
A special Dr. Oz, the Las Vegas Massacre. We go inside the mind of the killer. Could you spot a mass shooter in the making? True Crime Thursdays, all new Oz.
That's coming up tomorrow. We are back investigating the underground world of fake beauty products and what you need to know to protect yourself. Refinery 29 senior beauty editor Lexy Lebsack is here. So why is it so important for us to expose black market makeup and skin products?
Yes, well, I mean, for us and for our reader and for everyone out there, makeup is a form of self-expression. It's something that you do to make yourself feel good, to express yourself, and they're really coming after and they're preying on these people who are just trying to, feel their best. And that's really, it doesn't sit right with me, and I think it doesn't sit right with most people.
We also are seeing this.
Yes.
These fakes, products are actually resulting in significant physical changes, damage. Some of these could be really problematic. So
yeah. So the woman on the right here, she tried a fake Kylie shadow palette and a real one on each eye. And the next morning she woke up with a really nasty eye infection that persisted for about a week and a half. And so this is another woman who was using a fake Ben Nye powder, which is a super niche product. They are counterfeiting it like crazy. And she applied this right to the top of her cheekbones. She told me for about 4 or 5 days. And then she woke up with this horrible, terrible, painful reaction on her
The question
face.
is, why would that happen? Why can't they just make these products the way big companies do? This is where they make these products, guys. This is a fake beauty products warehouse. I mean, complete filth and scalar. Look at this, right? I mean, if you make products in a place that looks like this, not surprising, you put it in your eye and guess what happens?
Yeah.
So Lexy teamed up with law enforcement in an undercover sting to stop fake products from being sold to you.
This is Jimmy, Estee Lauder's private investigator. He's going to be showing us just how they fight counterfeiting right here in New York City.
Hi. So Lexi, this is Nancy Gordon with Estee Lauder.
It's so nice to meet you.
Nancy is the expert in authentication, so she's coming out with us to actually examine the products that we're buying to confirm that they're counterfeit. So the vendor is on the corner at 181 in St. Nick. So we're going to go up there and have the operatives make a buy with you.
If anything happens, I'm supposed to go into the bank immediately.
Is the famous one that people buy.
3 for 20.
3 for 20?
25. 3 for 25.
How much for just these?
We got it 25.
25?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. So we got they bought all of this stuff for $120. And this at the store would just be like, it would be hundreds of dollars, like easily. That's wild.
So now, Nancy does her thing.
Can you tell it's counterfeit yet?
Oh, sure.
You didn't even open it. You just know.
I didn't need to. I can tell by the packaging.
We are joined now by President of the Allegiance Protection Group, Jim McCarty. So we just saw you and Lexy expose these scammers in the act. So what's the latest, the update on what happened to these guys?
Well, the police further investigated this counterfeit seller and ultimately arrested him and seized those counterfeit goods and took it off the street.
I was surprised, just touching the packet, experts could tell. But for us, it's much more challenging. How can people protect themselves from being conned? And again, I'm only focused on this because I know it messes with your body and it misleads you about what's causing your problems. So these are not fake handbags, which are a whole separate issue.
Correct. So there's a couple of points that the consumer should be aware of. Price point. Us as consumers know what something should cost. So if something is significantly reduced in price, you should take a better look at that. And ultimately, buy from a reputable location. And the retailers have policies to return the products if the consumer isn't happy. So the return policy should be looked at as well.
That's a good tip, because that's not something you're going to get in the street corner, and a lot of websites don't give it. So we have teamed up with the Anti-Counterfeiting Coalition to stop these scammers. They say if you suspect that you've got a fake, contact the National Intellectual Property Rights Coordination Center. I'm going to put this, a mouthful, I'm going to put it up on DrOz.com. We'll link to it so you can rapidly report these things, stay ahead of it, be smart about this, protect yourself. The information, by the way, is at the bottom of the screen as well. Jim and Lexy, nice job. Thanks for being here. We'll be right back. Up next, Real Housewife Teresa Giudice opens up about what's really going on with her marriage. She's a housewife who became a household name, Real Housewives of New Jersey star Teresa Judice. She's here. Now, give her applause, she deserves it. The world watched as she went from reality star to prison inmate and then back again. She's here today getting real about her health struggles, divorce rumors, and the secret pain that she has suffered behind closed doors. Please welcome back to the show, Teresa Judice.
I'm trying to walk back.
How are you?
You look wonderful.
Thank you. Hi, guys.
They've been waiting for you with bated breath.
Oh, good. I'm excited to be here.
So how are you doing? How are your beautiful daughters faring?
They're doing really well, thank God. You know, we've been through past few years, been crazy, but thank God, you know, we're blessed.
You certainly are blessed. When you came on last time, you had just gotten out of jail, recently, and you know that's a lot to process in itself. But you've had a little time to get past that. What's gone on since we've spoken last?
Well, unfortunately, I lost my mom.
I heard, yes.
Yeah, so that's, it's been really tough for me because she was my everything. She was 66, she was so young. I just never thought in a million years that I would lose her. And now that's what made, I know you're gonna ask me more stuff, that's what made everything come out in my book, is because I lost my mom. And I just feel like those 11 and a half months that I was away, I lost time with her. And now I just let everything out. I think it's a good thing. It's good to detox.
It is a good thing. And we're going to talk very honestly about a lot of topics. And I thank you for being so real in this. The book is superb, by the way. She's standing, and she says she's standing alone. But actually, I think your mom is still there watching over you, and certainly your daughters are. But let's talk about this. I wrote a little quote down from the book. Okay. You say, from now on, your new approach on life, no holding back, no glossing over, no smiling through the pain. Why? Why take this new approach through life?
When I was growing up, I was told, always smile, never let anyone see you sweat. So that's what I did. And it takes a lot for me to cry, but I do cry. I am human, I'm not a robot. Because some people are like, you never cry, but I do. And so that's why, and especially now, that's why I feel like it's good to let everything out. Because after you let it out, then you detox and you can move forward.
So let's apply that to your husband, who you speak openly about in the book, and there are issues. All relationships have issues. Your marriage, which is of course always going to be 18 years of marriage, is always going to be pulled on a little bit when.
Not yet. Next month.
Next month, almost 18 years.
Yeah.
Right. And he's in prison now, Joe. So there are some challenges that you talk about with Joe. One of them is the fact that he has had a drinking issue.
Yeah, Joe. He makes homemade wine. He loves making his homemade wine. We have a wine room at our home, and how it all started was when his dad passed away. Oh. That took a big toll on him, and then we were also going through the legal problems. So he went from drinking like a few glasses of wine to drinking like a bottle and a half, sometimes 2 a night. But now it's been 18 months that he's been away, and obviously, he's been sober 18 months.
But let me go back a little bit, because again, you speak so beautifully and so openly about real things.
Yeah.
So the night before he went to prison, you said he'd been drinking a fair amount.
Oh yeah, like everybody, we had so much company over. Like everybody was coming over to say goodbye to him. So they were doing shots, they were drinking. Yeah, I mean, even the next day. I wrote about it. Yeah, even the next day, that's all they were doing.
Well, if you don't mind, share with the audience how that affected you.
Well, I just wanted like alone time with him, and I just felt like, and I wrote that in the book, that I just wanted us to be alone, like not having all that company over. Like
your last night together.
Our last night together, right.
And when he got to jail, was he sober?
No, not when he got there, no. I think it took a few hours before he got sober. Yeah, no.
I don't think, it creates tension when you know you're going to be apart for each other. What is the future? What are you going to tell Joe when he comes home?
Well, I could tell, he's definitely, listen, when you're away, all you could do is you have time to think and reflect and better yourself. And I could just tell, by speaking to him, by his emails, that he is becoming a better person, and he knows, like, he has said sorry to me, and like for everything that, yes, and that was really bothering me. And now, especially after my mom passed away, I said to him, you need to say sorry, but really mean it and understand it. So I think now he is, and that's going to play out on the show. Also.
You miss your mom a lot, don't you?
I miss her tremendously. Like, I'll start crying right now if you just mention her.
I won't mention her, but when do you miss her the most?
Every day. She was at my house every day. Yeah.
I won't ask you about her anymore.
Yeah, don't ask me, because I used to talk to her like 20, 30 times a day.
20 to 30 times a day?
Yeah. All the time. All the time. I used to talk to her. She was like my best friend. I don't have any sisters. So she was like my sister, my best friend, like my everything.
So what would your mom have told you to do with Joe? I'm only asking this because there's so many women watching now who are in relationships where they love the person they're with, but they don't always like them. They're angry at them sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's normal.
Yeah. So
And I got really mad, and you could tell from the book.
Oh, I can tell.
I've never been like that before, but what made me open up and get really mad was after my mom passed away, because I felt like I lost time out with my mom, and the reason why I lost time with my mom is because I was away.
In jail.
Yeah, for some, my husband told me to sign these, at a closing, these 2 homes, which I did. And there was attorneys, and like I said in the book, attorneys, mortgage brokers, bank people there. So I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. I had the best credit, over 800. The best credit ever.
You did?
Yeah, that's why I got the mortgage in 1 second. I mean, now my credit got shot because of all this. But now I'm rebuilding again. So it's like, I think 7-something. So I'm getting
you're
up
doing
there.
okay, because the system's rigged against you if you don't have good credit.
Yeah.
All right, I've got a ton more to talk to you about. When you come back, Teresa's going to reveal the surprising treatment she and Joe tried, if I can talk about this, that failed. Plus, the health secret, she says, is healing her anger and her pain. Stay with us.
It hurt so bad, you couldn't even breathe.
TLC's T-Boz and her devastating loss. And
it's freaking a lot of people out.
The controversial new film, All New Oz.
That's coming up Friday. Real Housewives of New Jersey star Teresa Giudice is here. So the most compelling part of the whole story that you share in your book was about a medical procedure you had at the urging of Joe. And I won't get in your way. Share the story as you desire with America.
Okay. Well, we had our 3 daughters, and I only wanted 3 kids. I always said, I was going to stop at 3, which I was like, that's it, we're done. Then I guess Joe came home one day, and he's like, I heard that, you could pick the sex of your baby. I guess it's in vitro, and you could pick the sex of your baby.
Okay.
And he really wanted a boy. I always wanted to see what a boy would look like. So I was like, all right, let's try it. So we tried it, and I didn't even get pregnant. So I guess it wasn't meant to be. And then we tried the natural way, and I had Adriana.
Well, the part about the story that caught me was the finances around it, which again is sort of a recurring theme for you.
It was really expensive. And then at the end, my husband was really pissed that it didn't work. He's like, you get pregnant fine on your own. It didn't work like this. And then at the end, he didn't want to pay the doctor the remaining balance. And I was just like, just pay it. Because I just didn't want it to get out there that we even did it. Yeah. And so when I came home, I paid her.
You paid it even though Joe didn't?
Right. When I came home from being away,
yes.
I paid off everything. Thank you, God.
Well, good for you.
Yeah, I paid off everything.
So one of the things that I like as a mantra is you say, leave the past in the past and look to a brighter future. That's a mantra you're using as a daily affirmation. And the other aspect of stress management that I was interested in is you say you do yoga now.
Yeah, I love yoga. It changes the way you feel, it changes the way you look, and it's good for your mind.
You show us a move?
Yeah, I'll show you.
You show you the move in the cover of the book?
Yes, I'll show you that move.
That move's
Tree pose.
Tree pose. Come on over here.
Okay.
Don't make me fall.
No, I won't.
Okay, and
I'm going to take off I think you need to take off your shoes.
All right, my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm so picky. There we are. There. Okay, my shoes are off.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me help you get your shoes off?
No, they're off.
Sure? All right.
Okay, so you stand up straight, your feet together, make your 2 toes touch, like that. And so you feel grounded, right?
I do.
Then take your right foot, start bringing it up, bend your knee, hold on to it with your right hand. Now bring the bottom of your foot in your inner left thigh.
Whoa, you were good. Whoa.
Okay, give me your hand.
I got it.
Oh, you got it?
I got it, though. I got it.
Okay.
I'm a contender.
Okay.
And you put your hands up or keep it down?
No. Then bring your hands to your heart. And if you could, open this leg as much as you could. Okay, ow.
I should hold your hands.
You're doing good.
I'm holding you. Here. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the kind of friend I am.
Okay. Okay, like this.
Is
and
that
then
good?
bring your hands to your heart. And breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. And then if you want, you could lift your arms up, which I can't because this jack is off the shoulders.
Thank you very much for joining the show.
You like that?
I wish you the best of luck.
Oh, thank
and
you.
I'm so happy you're getting through all this.
Thank you.
Good. Teresa Judice for today. For more real stories from Teresa's life, you can check out her new book. It is very well done. Standing Strong. It's in stores now, and The Real Housewives of New Jersey premieres when?
October 4th. Oh,
Tonight. Today's October 4th at 9 p.m. We'll be right back. I'm making a huge announcement about a year-long experiment that will change your health and the way your body loses weight. What a day! I'm excited to tell you about our biggest, longest TV experiment ever. A year in the making. Putting the 10 most popular diets in the world to the test to find out which one really gets the best results. It is the Great Diet Showdown. Now, I launched this because one of the most common questions I get asked is, which diet works best? Just tell me, Dr. Oz. I mean, people literally beg me for just the answer. So together, we're gonna find out which diet is gonna make you feel leaner and stronger and change your health in the long run. It's our biggest, longest TV experiment ever, the Great Diet Showdown. We took 10 of the most popular diets that everyone has been trying, and for a solid year, we're putting them to the test to find out which could get you the best results. How? With women just like you. Women who've struggled with their weight, trying one diet after another. We picked 40 committed dieters ready to shed at least 10 pounds and test out the different diets for you.
We are going to lose this weight. I'm ready.
I'm going to give it 110%. Hey, this is just really time for me.
I know I will take some of this weight off. We're transforming. We're going to get it done.
From now till January, you'll learn about each diet as top nutritionists weigh in with their input. What are we looking for in each diet? How easy is the prep? What's the cost? How fast does the weight come off? And does it stay off? It all leads to the great ranking. And coming this January, we'll reveal the diet that could get the best results for you. It is time to reveal the 10 most popular diets that you've been asking about. Now, some of our experiment participants are right here, right behind me, to tell us more about them. We're going to start off with the paleo diet. Now, this diet is about eating primarily protein and veggies like prehistoric man did. Pam, how you doing with this?
I lost 19 pounds eating primitive. Our ancestors had it right. Eating what comes from the earth really works, and I feel great.
Nice job. All right, but you got 9 competitors here. We're going to keep moving here. The vegan diet is about not eating animal products, which includes not eating eggs or dairy. Tiffany, the results from your vegan diet.
I have lost 22 pounds, Dr. Oz.
All right, you can see it's going to be a tough competition. Next up, the elimination diet, which removes foods that cause inflammation. Teresa, please share your results.
I am 13 pounds and counting. I'm looking forward to getting more information out of my system. I'm really feeling much healthier and less sluggish.
Oh, I like that. Very, very sleek.
Yes.
All right, the probiotic diet is all about foods that feed the gut, like the yogurts, the fermented foods. Adonica, your results.
Well, 15 pounds.
Nice.
No bloat. Probiotics works.
These are some proud women for good reason. Next up, the protein shake diet. Now, here's the rules here. 2 of your 3 meals a day are liquid, because lots of you are doing this. Laura, has it worked for you?
Excellent. 17 pounds.
It's remarkable.
Yeah, it's super simple, especially for me. I'm a busy mom on the go, so it's been wonderful with my lifestyle, yeah.
Good for you. Fits in nicely. Next up, the French diet. Now, this is a diet that they eat in France. It stresses portion control and lifestyle changes, really hot among folks who live in Europe. And the results? Take it away, Joy.
I am down 9 pounds and counting.
Good for you.
Yes, and most importantly, it helped me to reduce a chronic problem that I had with inflammation and swelling, and so that's changed the way I actually live my life.
Have you adopted a French accent yet?
Parlez-vous français?
It's funny we fell into French. All right, then we have a friend of the show, Renata. You all recognize Renata. And she wanted to be on the Mediterranean diet. You all know about that diet. How's it going, my dear?
Okay, I'm down 21 pounds. Yes.
Next up, the whole real foods diet. This means eating nothing that comes in a package or that's processed. Because remember, if it's processed outside the body, it messes with the processes inside the body. That's the thought. Crystal, please share your success.
29 pounds.
It's a lot of pounds.
Yeah, I got my waist back. Hey, yeah. I'm chilling.
I'm proud of all of you, actually, but that's pretty impressive, pretty cool. All right, next up, the high-protein, low-carb diet. This is a diet where you want to take your carb count way down, like the 45 grams of carbs a day. Angie, how did it go for you?
So far, I've lost 45 pounds.
Did you really?
I have.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm feeling sassy and empowered, and I'm ready to slay.
Well, I see it in your eyes. I'm proud of you. That's great. And finally, the DASH diet. The DASH diet stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension. Name, you know why it's awkward? Because doctors named it. But it does work for high blood pressure. Lauren, how's it going?
Dr. Oz, I've lost 6 pounds.
Yeah.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Yes.
Now, I'm dashing to the finish line with lower cholesterol.
I like that. Now, here's the thing. This experiment's not about losing weight. Obviously, these are big differences. But I'm not interested in the weight by itself. I'm interested in learning about these diets and how they change your overall health. We've been studying these diets from the top to the bottom. Right? It's something, hopefully, that will sustain you for a long, long time. It is time to start counting down to the best diet. Here's the deal. Week by week, we're going to go through the diets, discuss the pros and the cons of each. And then we're going to decide if these diets make it to the next round. Now, remember, you're just the first person from the diet. There are other women who've been on the diet, so we're looking at the whole group together. When we come back, we're going to walk through the first 2 diets, which are the high-protein, low-carb diet and the French diet. So stick around.
It hurt so bad you couldn't even breathe.
TLC's T-Boz and her devastating loss. All new Oz.
That's coming up Friday. We're back with a great diet showdown. Now, it's my biggest TV experiment ever. Week by week, we're cutting down to the best diet for you. From now until January, we'll be teaching you all about the different diets. And at the end, the data will reveal the best diet. Now, there are hundreds of diets out there, literally hundreds of them. But we started with a curated list of the top 10 diets that you've been wanting to try. So we've been ranking these diets for the past couple months. So all these wonderful women have been trying them out with a bunch of other women in those groups. Here's how we've been keeping score. First off, we want to understand the total percentage of weight lost for each group. Not just for the individual, but for the whole group. Does it work for the average person? We also wanted to make sure that we looked at additional health benefits. Like, would it predict that your heart would be healthier? Would you feel better? That's important because you want to use the diet that's going to keep you alive for a long time. And ease of use. Our ladies have been keeping track on how easy it is to shop and prep the food for the diets. How do they feel on the diets? That all counts because I want you to be on these programs for a long time. That's how you actually get the benefits that you desire. So we're going to start with the high-protein, low-carb diet. I'd like Angie to come on over. She's been on it. Please join me. Now, you remember, Angie has lost 45 pounds. 45 pounds in this diet, which is unbelievable. You got a great energy, and I'm hoping this diet helped you get there. But I want to understand a bit more. So, a typical day of the diet. Walk me through the different foods you would eat.
Well, I would start my day with 2 boiled eggs and a coffee with a splash of either half and half or heavy cream. Heavy cream doesn't have any carbs. And then lunchtime is usually broccoli or spinach with some variety of lean protein. I like chicken, I like fish. And then dinner time, I like to use the slow cooker to make some pulled pork and just add that to a low-carb tortilla. And I mean, honestly, it's so easy to follow, and it's foods that I enjoy. So
this coffee looks pretty appetizing.
I would say.
The hardest part of the diet was what?
Honestly, the hardest part has been summertime. I like beer. And
beer?
I like to drink beer at social events like barbecues.
Now the diet, is it?
Yeah, not very low carb friendly. So truth told, I gained about 10 pounds during the summertime, but I'm back on track and I feel like I'm stronger than ever. I truly feel so empowered and I'm ready to push through to the end of the year.
So if I had to ask you very succinctly, what is it you like about this diet?
It's super easy to adapt to when you're out with friends and dining at places. Just, skip the bread, skip the rice, ask for a substituted vegetable like broccoli or spinach.
So the thing is, when you say get rid of the bread and get rid of the rice, these things can be hard for some folks. So I'm gonna walk you through my perspective, my thoughts on the diet. So first off, what do I like about this? It limits carbs, so the body has to burn fat, including body fat, like the fat you don't want on your body. The body can use it as fuel if you don't have a lot of carbs there. That's good for weight loss. And this diet was actually low carb, not no carb. So you can still have a couple healthy grains, which generally makes it easier to stay on. Meals are made up primarily of quality protein and veggies, as you saw outlined, and you can lose a lot of weight. But I want to share my concerns, because there are some. The first is 80% of the people in your group did not have the great results that you have. And I'm worried about the ability for people to stick to a diet like this, because bread before meal, too much rice. There are many ways you can trip on this diet, and it afflicted folks. And the biggest complaint was the reality that you gain weight rapidly after you've lost weight if you start to make mistakes.
Right.
So for these reasons, the low carb, high protein diet is not going to make it to the next round. And I know, come on, but I want to see something. For you, it's working. And I wouldn't change what you're doing, because that's the key here. If you get a diet that works for you, stick on. It may be the biggest fallacy out there to think that there's only one way to do this. I'm trying to figure out what will work for most people. And what I know from your experience is that it's going to work hugely well for some people. You had the most weight loss of anybody.
Right.
But it's not going to work for most people. So I wish you the best, and I will support you, and I want you to keep going.
Thank you.
Good enough?
Thank you so much.
All right, bless you. Thank you. You're out this way. All right, the next diet we're going to look at is the French diet. So I'm going to ask Joy to come on over. She's been on the French diet. She adopted a French accent, and she actually lost 9 pounds on this diet. So I put up images that reflect what your food diary was showing us. What's a typical day of food look like on the French diet?
It's very similar to this. I made my own version of a modified bacon, egg, and cheese.
We've never shown bacon on the show before. That's what it looks like. All right. Works for the French.
It works for the French.
And for lunch?
I would make lunch the biggest meal of the day, so something substantial like, baby kale, spinach, arugula, a large portion of grilled chicken, usually.
That all sounds pretty good, and it's your biggest meal of the day, which is cool. And then you have salmon
and grilled vegetables.
Yeah. What's the hardest part of this diet for you?
The hardest thing getting used to was to stop snacking. I didn't realize until I started doing this how much snacking I did, or that I just kind of grazed throughout the day.
So let me give you my doctor summary on this. Okay. So very specifically, 50% of the calories are eaten at lunch. Half the calories are at lunch with a lighter dinner. I like that. The French enjoy the ambiance of the meal. You're sitting down, you're not rushing through your meals. Those are all positives. All the food's whole, real ingredients. Even the bacon is real bacon, nothing's processed. But let me get to the things I didn't like about this diet. First off, I didn't like the fact that it wasn't really realistic for a lot of the folks watching now to sit down and have a leisurely lunch. It's just hard to do that for a lot of people. And I wish we could all do it, but I know that's impractical for many. And this snack issue you mentioned, that's a real challenge for a lot of people. I don't think I can get through with no snacks. I mean, ask yourself, how often do you have 0 snacks? I think it makes it a little less sustainable. In fact, so much so that although you lost weight, on average, the group that you're in with your cohort, people on the French diet with you, have lost about 8 pounds this year.
Okay.
So the dieters' weights have sort of gotten down and they've plateaued. So I don't think the French diet is the right diet for most Americans, although it's the right diet for some, and it's not going to advance to the next round. Okay. Even though I love being with you. All right, thank you very, very much. Listen, we got 8 diets left. 8 remain. Who's going to win this great diet showdown? When we come back, the one thing every single person on these remaining diets is doing. That's right. They're all doing one thing, and you should be doing it as well. Find out what it is. That is next.
A new season of true crime And now, Thursdays on Dr. Oz.
We're back with a great diet showdown. And we just eliminated 2 diets off our list. Here are the 8 remaining diets. You have the paleo diet, still going strong, the vegan diet, the elimination diet. We have a probiotic diet, a protein shake diet, the Renatha Mediterranean diet, a whole real foods diet, and there's a DASH diet over here, right? So of these 8 diets, there is one thing that they are all doing that is changing the way they eat. And Crystal, who's on the whole real foods diet, come on, join me if you don't mind, is going to explain to us what they're all doing. Now, I didn't realize they all had this common little language, but you're going to speak for all the dieters here. You're going to share with all of America what all of you are doing, despite being on different diets. What are you all making happen?
So in all the diets, we all have to eat healthy fat foods, all foods with healthy fats,
Right.
which are the avocado, the almonds, the pumpkin seeds, the almond butter. It's real good.
It does taste
good. Oh my God, so good. So the way it helped me was I don't crave any more sweets. I don't crave any of the bad foods anymore. Potato chips, pizza, I just don't eat it anymore. I'm good with it.
Are you pretty comfortable you're going to whip those other diets? Just beat them back?
Oh, yes.
You're sure?
Yeah. I'm going to knock them off.
They're almost gone. All right, fat-fighting fat foods is something everyone can start adding to their diet today. Started by adding 2 tablespoons every day. Crystal, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
You can continue trash talking them all you want. Find out more of these diets, about them and their details, as well as a full list of fat-fighting foods at DrOz.com. We're going to continue to start counting down and keep counting down the diets until January, until we reveal the ultimate winner of the great...
And thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for giving me a chance. So, the winner of the Great Diet Showdown will be coming to you later this season. Stay with us. You'll learn the whole way. Remember, happy and healthy starts at home.